I wish you again a very warm welcome for this channel. Today we are going to discuss about another interesting topic of reproductive system. Already we have discussed about the male reproductive system, the accessory organs. Today in this video we are going to discuss about female reproductive system and different type of follicles which are formed inside ovary. So let's discuss about this female reproductive system. Okay. So first of all, what is the function of female reproductive system? It is meant for producing female gamete or ovum. Okay. This reproductive system is divided into three parts: primary sex organ, secondary sex organ and external sex organ. Okay. This female reproductive system, it is divided into primary sex organ, then secondary sex organ, external. Okay. Sex organ. What are these? The primary sex organ is the main organ where the actual gamete formation takes place. What is secondary? The secondary help in communication, or it consists of accessory organs. The external, which is present at the external part of the body. Okay. These are the basic differences of primary, secondary and external sex organ. Clear? So for what are included in this part? The primary sex organ, it consists of ovary. The secondary sex organ, what are its components? Oviduct or fallopian tube, oviduct, uterus. Then the secondary sex organ, it also consists of vagina. Vulva is external, but it is not in this secondary, and accessory glands. What are accessory glands? The accessory glands of female reproductive organ consist of Bartholin's gland, and glands of skin. Okay. Greater vestibular gland, lesser vestibular gland, we can take it. What are the external sex organ which is present at the external part of the body? It consists of vulva. Okay. So these are the different sex organs which are to be discussed in this video. Okay. Today we will discuss detail about ovary, then we will go to the next part second. Okay. Okay, so let's discuss about ovary in detail. First of all, we have to discuss its location first, where it is located. The ovaries are present in ovarian fossa. In our abdominal cavity, in our abdominal region, there are cavities on our lateral side. On either side of vertebral column, there are cavities called as ovarian fossa. Okay. 2 ovarian fossa are there. How many? 2 ovarian fossa are there. In this ovarian fossa, the ovaries are attached. Okay, the ovaries attached to the fossa by ovary attached to the fossa by broad ligament. Broad ligament. Okay, the ovaries are also attached to the uterus, which is called as simple ovarian ligament, or these are otherwise called as mesovarium. Okay, the ovary attached to uterus by mesovarium. These are the connections. So the ovaries are attached to dorsal body wall. The ovaries like this. The uterus, these are oviduct, another oviduct here, the ovaries are here, one ovary, another ovary. These are attached to uterus. This is mesovarium and also attached to dorsal body wall. This is dorsal body wall. This is broad ligament. Broad ligament. These are mesovarium. Mesovarium. So the ovaries are fixed with body cavity to the attached to uterus and also to the cavity, abdominal cavity. These ovaries are almond shape in structure. Almond shape. Okay. The measurement of ovary, if we take, it consists of 2.5 to 5 centimeter in length. Okay, 2.5 to 5 centimeter length. The thickness is about 1.5 to 3 centimeter. Thickness 1.5 to 3 centimeter, and the width is about 0.7 to 1.5 centimeter. This is the measurement. It weighs about 3 to 9 grams in weight. Okay, so it is the complete measurement of a ovary in human being. Next we will go to the detailed structure of ovary. What is the detailed components? What are the follicles inside it? These are oval. I have to already described it. These are almond shape in structure, and we can also take it as oval structure like this. The ovaries are almond shape structure. These are like this, consist of an oval structure. Externally, the ovaries are lined by a layer of cell. Externally, these are lined by a layer of cell. The external part is not, external covering is not a membrane, rather it consists of a layer of cells called as germinal epithelium. Okay, these are germinal epithelium. Below the germinal epithelium, there is tunica albuginea. This is germinal epithelium. Second one is the basement membrane, tunica albuginea. Okay. Below it, there is stroma. Okay. This component is inside it. It is called as stroma. The stroma consists of outer cortex, inner medulla. Okay. Stroma consists of cortex and medulla. So, the outer part of ovary consists of cortex, inner part is medulla. This is cortex, this part is medulla. We can also tell it the cortex and medulla are filled by a connective tissue called as stroma. Okay. So, let's discuss about these follicles. What are these follicles? How ovum is formed inside this follicle? First of all, the follicle that is formed from the germinal epithelial cell called as primordial follicle. Okay. So, let us discuss about follicles in detail. Inside this is the follicle, primordial follicle. The first follicle is primordial follicle. This primordial follicle give rise to early primary follicle. Not this is a single layer. Sorry. These are flat cell. These are columnar cell. Early primary follicle. Early primary follicle give rise to primary follicle. It produces primary follicle consists of multi-layered cells here. Primary follicle give rise to secondary follicle. Okay. Detail we will discuss it. Remember first what are secondary follicle. The secondary follicle give rise to tertiary follicle. Secondary follicle give rise to tertiary. Tertiary follicle. The tertiary follicle give rise to Graafian follicle. It give rise to matured follicle, that is Graafian follicle. This is Graafian. And today we will discuss about the detailed structure of this follicle. Remember. So, first discuss what is primordial follicle. Remember, this is primordial follicle. Around the primordial follicle, there is a single layer of flat cell, cuboidal cell. Okay, these are single layer of cuboidal cell, flat cells. Okay, and inside it, this is primary oocyte. It is primordial follicle. Remember it. Primordial follicle. Formed first inside ovary. Remember. This primordial follicle, what happened? It give rise to these cells became single layer cell, but these are columnar cells. Columnar cells. So it consists of early primary follicle. These are tall cells, flat cells, tall cells. It is also primary oocyte. Okay. Diploid, twin set of chromosomes are present inside primary oocyte, not secondary oocyte. Okay. So this is early primary follicle. After that, this early primary follicle give rise to primary follicle. What is the difference? Here, this primary follicle consists of a single layer of tall cells were present around early primary follicle, but here the number of cell increases. Okay, multi-layered. Multi-layered. Okay, this is the primary follicle. Now this layer is called as membrane granulosa. Okay, this is membrane granulosa. We cannot tell it membrane granulosa. Here these are membrane granulosa. Okay, and the primary oocyte is still existing inside it. This is also primary oocyte. Primary oocyte. What happened after that? The early primary follicle, this one the primary. This primary follicle now give rise to secondary follicle. What the difference between primary and secondary follicle? This secondary follicle produces space between. These are the multi-layered cell. We have already done it. Okay. Okay. Here some space are formed. It became the secondary follicle. The secondary follicle also consists of primary oocyte. Primary oocyte. These are space formed between these follicles. Okay, formed between granulosa cell. These are space. Okay, space. What happened after that? This secondary follicle produces tertiary follicle. Okay, this is secondary. It gives rise to tertiary follicle. What are the changes takes place here? Let's see. Remember first, the meiosis takes place here. Meiosis takes place here. What happened? Due to meiosis, the primary oocyte in this became haploid secondary oocyte. Remember, secondary oocyte. Then all these space join to form a common cavity. Okay. So these are the cells, granulosa cells. These are the, this is secondary oocyte formed from it. These are granulosa cells. This cavity is antrum. Okay. Some cells also exist around the follicle. Okay. These cells are called as cumulus oophorus. These are cumulus oophorus. Okay. Antrum, cumulus oophorus, secondary oocyte. So it is all about the follicles prior to Graafian follicle. Okay. So let's discuss about Graafian follicle. This tertiary follicle will produce Graafian follicle. How? So this tertiary follicle give rise to Graafian follicle. Okay. These follicles give rise to tertiary follicle give rise to Graafian follicle. What are the changes takes place? Let's discuss. Externally, there is a fibrous connective tissue covering takes place. Okay, that is theca externa, fibrous connective tissue. Theca externa. Below it, another covering, theca interna, which is derived from medulla. Okay, below theca externa, another covering, theca interna. Derived from medulla, remember. Then there is a layer of cells called as membrane granulosa cells. Clear? So these are granulosa cells. Granulosa cells. This is Graafian follicle. Remember, the theca interna produces estrogen. Estrogen is produced from theca interna, not from total Graafian follicle. Clear? So below below the granulosa cell, there is secondary oocyte, not ovum, secondary oocyte along with accessory cell. Suppose this is the secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. Okay. This secondary oocyte produces by zona radiata. Okay, so these are zona pellucida or zona radiata. We can take it zona pellucida 1, zona pellucida 2, zona pellucida 3. So the secondary oocyte is immediately covered by zona radiata, or we can take it zona pellucida 1, zona pellucida 2, zona pellucida 3. Clear? So above it, the inner layer of cumulus ovorus, inner cell layer, outer cell layer, it is combined to form combined with granulosa cell, the inner cells. The inner cell produces corona radiata. Okay, the inner cell around it produces corona radiata. Okay, so these are the basic structure. The cavities, the antrum, already we have discussed. The cavity is antrum, follicular cavity. Okay, in some cases germ hills are present. Germ hill, the germ hill finally represented by granulosa cell at the posterior end. Okay, germ hill. This is germ hill. Clear? So it is all about Graafian follicle. The Graafian follicle produces estrogen. Okay. What happened after 13 days? Okay, after 13 days, just prior to ovulation, release of ovum, the luteinizing hormone, okay, convert the theca interna into theca luteum, and the granulosa cell produces luteal pigment. Remember, the granulosa cell produces luteal pigment, and this theca interna consists of became theca luteum. Okay, so this Graafian follicle changes into corpus luteum. The corpus luteum now produces progesterone and some amount of estrogen along with relaxin. Okay, so Graafian follicle converted into a ruptured mass called as corpus luteum. After 13th day and after ovulation 14, it consists of ruptured mass of cell called as corpus luteum. This is otherwise called as yellow body, because the luteal pigments are yellow in color. Okay, so these are all about the follicle and detailed structure, detailed mechanism which occur inside ovary. In the next video, we will go for the other accessory parts. Thank you all. Okay.